so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're joining me from. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. You can be among the first to receive it. Then go to the comment section at all times. Leave your comment, drop your contribution. If you have suggestions, make it out there. If you have any criticism, put it down on the comment section. It will make us to get better, presenting you a better program. Thank you so much.
Is it that they just admire him because he's handsome? Is it that they just admire him because of his name? Is it that they just admire him just because he's an Igbo man? Is it that you just admire him just because he's from the southeast? Is it that you just admire him because he's talking about Biafra? Or are you listening to every single statement he makes? Mazen Nnamdi Kanu never fought the wrong battle. That is why he never loses. He never fought his wrong battle. Stop picking up the wrong battle. You can never win. No matter whom you are. Your propaganda and blackmail will be dead on arrival. That propaganda and blackmail you are bringing will be dead on arrival. It is so sad where we found ourselves. It is so sad the kind of environment we found ourselves and what people can be able to do and what people can tolerate. When you hear the kind of argument that people bring, you'll be wondering. You hear the kind of blackmail that they are circulating, you'll be wondering, where did these people keep their mind? You'll be wondering, were these people ever fighting for Biafra? Did they ever mean well? Or it is about popularity or about power? Or they were just trying to showcase themselves? Why are you competing in a place where you know you have no ground? If you don't know somebody who is greater, bigger, and stronger than you, that means you are not human. If you don't know who is greater than you, you are not human. Onye ama onye karịrị. Onye amara onye karịrị abụrụ mmadụ. Na nwoke rabụrụ okwu ọnụ. All men are equal. It's just in the mouth. You just say it for saying sake. You come and say, hey, all men are equal. We are all men. After all, we are all Biafra. We are all men. It's just in your mouth. And when you see somebody who is greater than you, accept it. Learn from that person. Bend down. Find out how the person became great. Maybe you can learn a lot and make yourself great also. Look at every one of them that is coming up in line to castigate Mazi Simon Ekpa, to attack him on different angle. Ask them, assuming Mazi Simon Ekpa said today, I will no longer speak about Biafra, what can these people offer? Ask yourself that question. Every single idiot that is peddling lies today against Mazi Simon Ekpa, every single fool that is today speaking against Mazi Simon Ekpa, if Mazi Simon Ekpa shut his mouth and say, I will not speak against Biafra, what can they offer? Can you pause for 1 minute? Pause for a minute and ask yourself. Starting from the Department of Saboteur to these ones that are fighting Mazi Simon Ekpa today with their blackmail program. If Mazi Simon Ekpa decide to say, I will not speak about Biafra anymore, go ahead. Oh yeah, take it up. What can they offer? What can they offer? These people are in various states abroad, in various countries. These people have not been able to make their own council area where they live in abroad. They have not been able to make even their compound. They have not been able to make their compound know about Biafra. Some of them are not even bold enough to make their compound where they live abroad to know about Biafra. Let alone their own community where they live abroad. Let alone to their state or their government. They have not been able to identify and make themselves known as Biafra wherever they are. And these are the people who are making noise to challenge Mazi Simon Ekpa and tell him to do this or do that. Somebody who has taken Biafra to a very higher level. Somebody who has made the country where he's living in have come to interview him. The national TV of that country have taken Biafra to the toppest part. They spoke about it, talked about Biafra on their program. They interviewed him about the case of Biafra. And he made a case. In a foreign land, Finland is not like every other nation you think about. It's not an African country. He is there making a case and defending Biafra. And all you got to do is to be here, talking trash, pushing one blackmail or the other, talking about money this, money that, money this, money that, money that, money that you did not contribute, money that you never contributed, you never worked for. It wasn't you that even organized the fundraising. You don't have any access to either the men on the ground or men on the up. You don't have any ground anywhere. All you have is your mouth and your language. Because you had the language, men on the ground, our men on the ground. You pick on that language, men on the ground. Even when you don't have anybody on the ground, you pick on the language. Some of them begin to gather court group. You gather court group, you can't fund them. Now you want to come and force someone to help you to fund court group. Everybody in the planet Earth today talking about Biafra, all eyes on Mazisa Mareba. They have blackmailed him, called him all manner of name, give him all manner of title, called him a terrorist. There's no kind of name that has not given, and he stood his ground, still making a case for Biafra, putting his career on the line. Every one of us know him. He is not hiding. If you can use your common sense to just go to Google and browse, you will see him. You will see information about him. You will know him. Information about him is not hidden. And there you are, unidentified human being. You want to come and take over. You want to come and control Master Samaneka and tell him what to do and what not to do. You want to come and investigate Master Samaneka. The investigation you want to conduct. You want to conduct a greater investigation more than Finland can conduct. It is so sad and shameful how people continue to pick the wrong fight. That is what we have inherited from the Zoological Republic. The evil mentality that the Biafran people have inherited from the Zoological Republic, why we must get out of the zoo. Our spokesman, Master Samaneka, told you, don't participate in the election. Did you listen? You didn't listen. After all the explanation, telling you the reason why you must not participate in that election in order to save yourself. You didn't listen. Some of the idiots talking today didn't even call their people to talk to them. Today, they are laughing at Master Samaneka. Some of them are now using that topic. You said after the countdown, this will happen. Now, countdown have finished. What did we see? The same people who were with us while we are doing the countdown, they know the process. They know that the coming of Biafra is a process, and the process has been kicked off. The process has started. So what you want us to do is to begin to make an unnecessary engagement with the military. You want us to come in the street and begin to shoot and kill people. Is that what you want? You want Master Samaneka to give order and let the Biafran army come on the street and begin to destroy properties, begin to burn places. That is what you want to see before you know that the take back of Biafra has started. That is what you want to see before you know that the taking back of Biafra has started. Mad people everywhere, picking the wrong fight. I thank Chukwu Okabiama for Master Samaneka. Chukwu Okabiama gave us somebody who has mental toughness. His mental toughness is top notch. May Chukwu Okabiama continue to increase his mental toughness, continue to give him wisdom. 10,000 men wisdom. Very, very consistent. You cannot push him to the wall. The Zoological Republic have pushed us and pushed us to the wall to make us engage prematurely. He stood his ground. Not because we don't have the firepower, not because we don't have the men, but we are restraining ourselves until it is the right time, because we are working with time. Looking upon Chukwu Okabiama, whenever he says we move, we move. But the people who are supposed to follow the footsteps of Mazen Nadi, can follow the footsteps of our spokesperson, Mazen Samaneka, they don't want to follow it. Impatience. Group of impatient people. That is where you are. Whether it's right or not right, just cut it. Always in a haste. That is the nature of a black man. Always in a haste. Even when it is not right for you to be hasty, he is always in a haste. Where are you running to? Where are you running to? You end up picking the wrong fight. A fight you know you cannot win. Why do you have to pick that fight? Today, look at the Zoological Republic. Even our Oduduwa brothers today. Our Oduduwa brothers today. You see what we are seeing with them. You see the problem that Peter Obi have created between us and them. You see the massive problem that Peter Obi have created between us and our Oduduwa brothers. In Nigeria, these are the closest tribe to the Biafrans. We have a lot of similarities. If you talk about intermarriage, we intermarry with them more than any other people. Understand them more than any other people. As we are fighting for our independence, they are fighting for theirs. But look at the evil seed that Peter Obi and co have planted. And today, some of the Oduduwa people, the Yorubas, have now begun to pick the wrong fight. They have now forgotten about the real enemy. They have forgotten about the real enemy and the real problem. Today, the Biafrans are now their problem. The Igbo Biafrans now are their problem. Preaching the wrong message, picking up the wrong fight. The Igbo Biafrans are not there to take your land in Lagos. They came there for business, and after business, they returned back home. They came there to develop the land. And the reason why you see them in Lagos the way you see them, it is because the government of the Zoological Republic have made it so. It is because of the monopoly the Zoological Republic have made. It is the fire that you see burning today. The fire that is burning today is lit up by the contraption, their system, the evil system of that Zoological Republic. That is why we are asking for breakup. You see why? You see why the right battle in that contraption should be to break it up. It is not to fight an Oduduwa man or fight a Biafran or fight an Igbo person or a Yoruba person or a Hausa person. That is not the real fight. Why are you picking up the real fight? I am talking to Oduduwa people and the rest of them who are today antagonizing and calling the Igbo Biafran's name. Why are you picking up the wrong fight? The right fight you should pick up is to end this very zoological so that you don't have any need to fear that somebody is taking your land. So that you don't have any need to fear that somebody is occupying yourself. So that you can write your own constitution. When you write your constitution, you can put in your constitution and say that no foreigner will vote in your election. Of course, you can put in your constitution and say no foreigner will vote in your election. When Oduduwa Republic comes, no foreigner will vote in your election. An Igbo person can come to your country, place and make their business, pay their tax, buy land if you give to them, do whatever they want to do if you give to them. But when it comes to election, they will not participate. Put it in your law. Why don't you fight the right battle? The only reason why you see the settlement in that Lagos we are talking about, it is because of the monopoly, the way the contraption have monopolized everything and keep it in Lagos. There is no way people can survive without getting to Lagos. Do you think being to Lagos is a big deal? Do you think that people are happy being there? People are forced to be in Lagos. If I'm flying back to Nigeria, I am forced to land in Lagos before I go to my city. It is not because I want to. I would like to fly an airplane and land in my own state. There's no way I will have an airplane that is flying from here to my state and I will leave it and go and join an airplane that is going to Lagos. Why should I? Who does that? If I have a shipping company, if I have a seaport in my state, why should I be importing something then I send it to Lagos? Who does that? Why should I? Since you do not want people to be in that very Lagos, the real fight to fight is to fight to make sure that they decentralize this very monopoly, that this contraption, everybody goes their separate ways and build their own nation. That is the right fight to fight. Fight to have an Oduduwa Republic. When you have an Oduduwa Republic, you will write your constitution. Biafrans will fight to have their Biafra. When you have Biafra, you write your constitution the way you want it. The Arewa people will have their own and write their constitution. The Middle Belters will write their constitution what they want. If you don't want foreigners at all, you write it in your constitution. We don't want foreigners. Foreigners cannot own properties. Foreigners cannot own land. Foreigners cannot do that. Put it in your constitution. And any foreigner who is coming in, we know that yes, this is the law. That is right back to the come fight. You don't come here and continue to deceive yourself. Today you are talking about one Nigeria. Next tomorrow you are telling me that somebody who is from another state cannot vote in your state. And the next minute you are talking about Nigeria. Let us be one. We cannot divide. Don't talk about division. We don't want division. We want to be one Nigeria. One Nigeria, my food. Why are you deceiving yourself? Why are you deceiving yourself? I have said it. The only sincere people in that contraption, the only people who care about human life in that contraption are the people who are calling for the end of Nigeria. Take it to the bank. The only people that are genuinely concerned about the life of the people in that contraption are the people who are asking for the disintegration of Nigeria. They are the only people who have genuine love for every indigenous person. All these ones who are preaching one Nigeria, let us be together. We have intermarried. Let us be together. We cannot separate. We are too big. As we are big, that is good. It is good as we are big. The number of people, good number. That is this population. Mad people everywhere. Mad people everywhere. You have a great population, the most populated African country, and yet, with your whole of our population, you cannot feed yourself. You cannot cultivate what we feed you. With your population, you don't even have enough military to protect you. You don't have enough military to protect you. You still go to other countries to go and borrow soldiers. With all your population. Tell me, what profit do you make from being the most populated African nation? Mention one gain that you make from being the most populated African nation. You cannot secure yourself. You cannot feed yourself. You don't even have peace. Tell me, what do you gain from being the most populous African nation? One single reason. If you know one single reason, I have a phone there. You can call in there and make a contribution. You can equally write it in the comment section. If you don't want to call, make it a comment. Let me see. It is a very, very, very sad situation. A very sad situation. Why are you picking the wrong fight? Why are you picking the wrong battle? Inside and outside. When you come back home in Biafra land, because the way their brain have been damaged, because brain of many people are damaged, they have brought that very system of the zodiac belief into the struggle, and they begin to attack the innocent. They begin to fight the wrong battle. Even when you know that, even when you are handed over that thing, you cannot make an impact. You don't know your left and right. You cannot. If you are called today, come and lead the struggle. You cannot. And yet, you are busy destroying and distracting somebody who is doing something meaningful. You have no financial contribution. You have no moral contribution. There is nothing whatsoever they are doing. Only distraction. It is so sad. Why are you picking the wrong battle? Today, our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, have said that every Biafran should sit at home. That we must sit at home. We will not participate in it. We have already started sitting at home to make sure we do not legitimize this fraud. We should sit at home, stay away from them. Let us have a referendum so that we can go away and have our own nation. The Oduduwa people will have their own nation so that they will not be afraid to continue to cry and say that the Igbo man want to take over their land. We want to end that fear. We want to end that fear that they have. That is why we say we don't want to participate in that election. Our spokesman gave that order. Stay away from the election. They wouldn't hear. But after going to legitimize that thing that enslaved you, after going to legitimize it, you come back again and you begin to cry and you say you do not want somebody to come and vote in your area. You don't want an Igbo man to cast a vote in Yoruba land. And you are there calling him part of your one Nigeria. You are saying you want a one Nigeria. At the same time, you take the life of a man simply because he wanted to cut a vote. You destroy the property of a man. Destroy his property, destroy his businesses, take his life. Because he was trying to carry out his own civil rights. He was trying to carry out his own civic rights. and you want us to continue to go tolerate this evil, we will not continue on that path. The Biafran people already have spoken. 20 million Biafrans, and not the rest of us who are far and wide, said we will not be part of this evil anymore. Out of 70 million Biafrans all over the world, it was only 4 million. Even the 4 million was the inflated number that came out to put their hand to legitimize this evil. But I hope and believe that coming Saturday, it cannot be business as usual. The referendum will be much more clearer than it was during the presidential election. The referendum will be much more clearer. It is so sad how far we have come. It is so sad we will continue to allow this evil.